While most drugs make you feel good in a general way, methamphetamine goes directly and specifically to the feel-good center of the brain, which is one of the reasons why it's so quickly addicting. See, the cells in the brain are called neurons. Neurons talk to each other, and they send information back and forth through neural pathways. And excited neurons can't wait to send information along the neural highway to other neurons, telling them about excited new experiences. The speaker of a neuron is called an axon. The axon sends information along the neural pathway, searching for other neurons who are listening. The ears of a neuron are called dendrites. Dendrites take information, send it across the neuron, and back to another axon. Excited neurons relay information and create strong neural pathways. Bored neurons do not. Between the axon of one neuron and the dendrites of another neuron, there is a gap. Information has to get across that gap for it to continue racing along that neural highway. This is where neurotransmitters come in. Neurotransmitters get the information across the gap. Neurotransmitters flow as tiny drips, a little at a time, depending on our mood and experience. Dopamine is one of those neurotransmitters. It's the one that makes us feel happy, alive, filled with joy, and confident you can do anything. Methamphetamine affects this neurotransmitter. It opens the floodgate and forces dopamine to pour out. The dopamine can't get back in. This gives you the rush and keeps you on a high. Your body just has to absorb it back in. That takes 12 to 24 hours, so you're active but unproductive, not hungry and not thirsty. But the human mind and body weren't made to withstand that kind of abuse. Not eating, not sleeping, not caring, just constant, aimless activity. Finally you crash and sleep for days. Eventually, meth burns up the cells that produce dopamine. It can take 2 to 3 years for the cells to rebuild, sometimes even more. That means living in chronic depression, feeling miserable, lifeless, and hopeless. And there's always that memory of the first meth experience that got you immediately locked into your subconscious. That's why so many go back to using it. Meth completely shorts out the human survival system. Meth becomes the only thing worth living for. So the damage continues. Open sores, losing all your teeth, confusion, uncontrollable shaking. Simply put, you get old while you're still young. Eventually, one way or another, meth kills. Your body eats itself away. Kidneys and lungs can give out. You can have a stroke and face years of irreversible brain damage and paralysis, or go fast from heart failure. Suicide is high because of being so depressed, with no end in sight. And meth creates drug-induced psychosis, which can make people kill others for no reason. One way or another, meth kills. Looking back, I wish I'd never tried it, but I can't change that now. What I can do is try to help others. I can tell my story and urge people to stay away from methamphetamine. I can help educate people about the dangers of meth and ask them to make a stand against it. One person or just one agency can't do it. This is a predatory drug, and it's not going away. It's growing. But if you stand with me, together, we can do it. Meth addiction doesn't work with only 21-day traditional rehabs. It isn't long enough. To be successful, I needed to get my health back. I needed time to detox my body and regulate my eating and sleeping patterns. I worked with people who helped to educate me about what went into meth and what it did to me. And I did my part. I fought hard to get my life back. I wanted my life back. I wanted my friends back. I wanted to feel human emotions of love, caring, and purpose. And I'm going off to fight them. I know it's going to be hard, and I don't know for sure if I'll be one of those who make it, but I hope I am. For the first time in a long time, I have hope.